So
You know what? I need to have so note to self and producer. We need to have our bombs like going off for statements like that. And I'm smiling the whole way at why you said this because I felt the same way. My grandmother was a mayor. Like this is our legacy in our family. But when I decided to resign and move back here to Atlanta, I said. That doesn't my drive in the community is there to me being elected, so it's not always going to be there to be a community force, to be a community connector. And so there's no reason why I need to have that elected official title in order to do that. But at the same time, there is a need for representation in those walls. I tell people that we need to be able to have community meetings and we see us on the dais. And so I do agree with you wholeheartedly that you don't have to have that title in order to make a difference. Absolutely. But the representation is needed. So, do any of your boys aspire to perhaps run for office and be that representation? Because there are a lot of things that you are elected to that may not have to. It may not be the typical. It may not be council member, commissioner, or mayor, governor. But there's judges. We need that representation. There are people that select sheriffs. We need that representation. DAs in some counties are voted upon. We need that representation. Or do any of your boys have that aspiration, perhaps?
I don't think any of the boys right now that I have said anything about getting
Mhm.
into politics. However, I mean, if any of them want to do want to get into politics, we're definitely going to groom them and mold them to be, successful politicians.
What are some of the careers that they're talking about? I'd love to, and I'm looking forward to meeting the boys on Malcolm X Day and May 19th next month. But what are some of their? And I'll be talking, like I said, I can't wait to meet them and talk with them myself. But what are some of the careers they do that they are enthusiastic about or they are interested in rather?
I have some that want to produce music. I have some that like building computers. Some of them want to be. Some of them want to play instruments. I have, my little brother wants to be a trombone player, like professionally. So all of them have different little aspirations that they want to get into. Some of them want to design clothes. Some of them want to cut hair. Some of them want to fix cars. Some of them want to get into welding and things like that. So those are little areas that they want to get into. But those are kind of like few of the careers that I know offhand that a few of them want to get into.
Oh, that and all of those are. I think that there is diverse there, and I was so glad to hear that. Not the majority of them are. Not even any of us that you mentioned. They're looking at being professional sports players. I think that as we continue to grow in our community and and be engaged and exposed to other activities, um, that is very significant and important that they understand that there are plenty of industries that we can be involved in, and there are plenty of industries that our culture has mastered,
Right.
and they aren't all involving a ball in hand. Absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely. Um, Let me ask you this: uh, Do you foresee